Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, August 18th. We are looking at window traders, market profile of the ES and SPY. So yesterday, after coming into balance on the daily and doing some consolidating, the markets are still inside yesterday's range. Again, we had some whipsaw action yesterday. They tried to force this market lower when they came into balance in B, C, and D, only after the minutes came out to rip back into the previous day's value. Just missed that wide overnight POC. Settled back in, ended up with a 9-wide POC. You know, it's funny because a lot of times the point of control, when it's 9 wide or more, so it was going to be an upside destination. Now, again, there's still 75 minutes to go, but right now it would be a downside destination. It's amazing how that changes so many times. Right now, the overnight high in SPY is 427.85. The overnight low is 425.41. Let's get ES as we speak here. Right now, ES overnight high is 88.25, but again, we're not far off of there, and the overnight low is 58. And we have a overnight point of control right now of 12 wide at 73. So what's the game plan for this morning? Well, we're in a 3-day balance, right? Balance rules will apply. Tuesday's high was the top of the balance. So if you get up to the top of it, we'll see if traders are going to do what they've done in the past. If we take out yesterday's high, will the previous overnight wide POC come into effect? It possibly can. I think we would probably play games more against yesterday's high than that point of control. But again, if it gets up there, you can take a put play, but or short, I should say. But two things to keep in mind, possibly. If the overnight high isn't anywhere near there, that means you would have taken out the overnight high. And number two, value would be overlapping a higher or higher possibly at that point. So I wouldn't really, I'd have a short leash on that short against K's high. Against Tuesday's high, different story. Since it's a balance high, you could take maybe a bigger short and above that be out. Again, there's a price vacuum above that. Plus, you'd be both above the 200 and May's high. Things to keep in mind. On the flip side, if we push down, we have the POC to lean on from yesterday, which would be an absolute magnet. So if we get any acceptance back into B's range from yesterday, again, you could probably take a put play because you're going to probably go get C's high, which was 9 wide. And then we see what happens at the 12 wide POC in the overnight. As far as longs, if you can't get acceptance back below B's high and values overlapping the higher as we're developing in A period, you could take a long and see if they're going to test yesterday's high and whatever the overnight high may be. Same scenario happened, for the SPY also. Triple Qs, basically the same thing. Now the triple Qs, again, I call it down because they came into balance on Tuesday. If you're calling it a 4-day balance, I don't have a problem with that. If you take out yesterday's high, it would be firmly back to balance for me. So that's the Qs. As right now, they're trading about 80 cents lower than May's high. And the Russell, again, I made a mistake. I thought the Russell's May high was 197 and change. It's 193 and change. So they're still $4 above it. And they're trading inside of yesterday's range. And then, just quickly on the chart. So here's the daily. We broke that trend line yesterday, but one day doesn't make a market. We did it back on August 9th, and then look what we did. So for the bulls, if the bulls want to continue this run, right, markets don't go bull-bear. Well, we've now gone bull balance on the daily. If we take out yesterday's low, for me, we would be bear on the daily. And when I say that, obviously, it just means bears are in control. It doesn't mean it's a bear market, okay? Same as a bull. I just like using those terms. But the monthly and weekly is still very healthy, even if we do go bear on the daily. If we come out of this 3-day balance to the upside, well, then the bulls regain all 3 time frames in the upward motion. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.